What is up, guys? It's Swimmer here, back again with some more Go Battle League action. Going to be trying out Diggersby again today, sticking with that same team of Diggersby, Wigglytuff, and Froslass. It seemed to work reasonably well, so I want to give it a little bit more of a try. I only did one set with it yesterday. So let's go ahead and get right into the battles. So Diggersby is definitely a bit of an investment in terms of startup, but I think it's pretty strong in a lot of metas. So this is going to be pretty good. We have Wigglytuff on the lead. This is honestly probably my best response to a Charmer. Diggersby is tanky enough to survive the charms long enough to get to a couple of Earthquakes here. We do have to watch out for that Ice Beam though, which they're probably going to be getting right before we get to that Earthquake. So we're going to go ahead and shield up the Ice Beam. They actually go for the Play Rough, which is interesting. The Ice Beam is definitely the better choice, and then they try and catch an Earthquake onto the Whimsicott, but we're just going to throw a Fire Punch to soften it up a little bit and come in with our Froslass. And because we threw that Fire Punch, we're actually going to commit to farming this all the way down. Unfortunately, they are able to get to a charge move just before we take them out, so that's not great because it does mean that we do have to invest a shield. But we have a ton of loaded energy here. Aerodactyl's coming in, expecting them to shield, but they actually decide to just sack the Aerodactyl. And then Wigglytuff comes back in. We're going to be able to go for another Avalanche here. So I definitely think that farming them down was the right play because we got the shield back and we took out the Aerodactyl. Going to come back in with Diggersby, get to this Earthquake very quickly. That's going to deal quite a lot of damage, and now we can safely bring in our own Wigglytuff to charm them down. Yeah, so doubling up there on the Froslass was a huge play. Really let us pressure that back line very effectively. All right, getting into the next battle here. We have Diggersby into Altaria. This is terrible. We need to swap out. Going to go straight into Froslass on that safe swap. They swap out into Lapras. So this is okay, not amazing. The problem is that we're going to have to get to 2 Shadow Balls, and they're going to be able to outpace us to the Surfs. So we're going to go ahead and let this first Surf come through, and then we're going to get to another Shadow Ball here. This is going to deal probably about half of their health. We deal, yeah, about half their health, and then we actually CMP Tide. It's a questionable call to shield here. I might have been better off to just let the Froslass go down. I am able to get to this next Shadow Ball, which is going to force the second shield. But this Lapras is likely going to be able to basically farm me down. They don't actually commit to farming me all the way down, but they've got more stored energy than if we just would have let it go in the first place. So we're going to come back in with Diggersby, and unfortunately, Diggersby is going to have to eat a Surf here. Is going to deal quite a bit of damage, to be honest. Yeah, almost 40% of her health or so. And then we're going to go for a Fire Punch. Hopefully this will be enough to take out the Lapras. We did want to make sure that we over-farmed there. Not quite enough, but we can farm down with Mudshot. Altaria is coming back in. We come in with Wigglytuff, and they have a little Marowak in the back. So that's basically game over. Pretty hard countered as long as they maintained switch advantage there with the Lapras on the Froslass, and I really do think that that is entirely in their control, just because the Lapras is so much tankier than Froslass. So we are going to shield up the Bone Club here, but there's really nothing much that we can do. We are going to be able to likely charm down. No, actually, they're going to be able to Fire Spin us down. But one more Mud Shot will take them out. I was trying to get the Earthquake there to just see how much damage it would actually do, but they have a charge move stored on the Altaria, and they are able to take us out. So, good game, but just not able to overcome the unfortunate lead there. So. Alright, into this next game, we have Diggersby into Haunter. This is an amazing lead for us. Haunter is hard-walled by Diggersby. They swap into Altaria. We have 2 very good responses to this in the back. I come in with Froslass because Froslass really needs to watch out for the Shadow Claws from Haunter. I am going to go ahead and shield because I have such a commanding matchup with Haunter into Diggersby. Diggersby, of course, double resisting all the Ghost-type moves and resisting the Sludge Bomb as well. So we're going to double up and then take out the Altaria. Now we've got an Avalanche for this Haunter to get that shield back that we invested. They're going to be able to farm us down, but that's totally fine because Diggersby can absolutely tank anything that this Haunter wants to throw at us. You see they're going to throw Sludge Bomb. Not a problem at all. They have a Wigglytuff in the back. We can swap into our own Wigglytuff, and really we just need to get it low, and my opponent actually decides to leave the match. That was just basically the same as the previous game, except that I was the one that had the hard counters to them. So, again, Haunter absolutely walled by Diggersby. If you are annoyed at Haunters, Diggersby is the Pokemon for you. So, Vigoroth on the lead, going to swap straight away into Froslass, and they come in with a Alolan Marowak. This is okay for us, you guys know. I like to basically go straight for those Shadow Balls. Not going to shield anything myself, and depending on how fast they were to the swap, I think they were just a little slow, so I think I might be able to get to another Shadow Ball. Yeah, I should be able to survive one full Fire Spin and then get this Shadow Ball before the second Fire Spin damage registers, so they actually decide not to shield, and that is lets us win back Switch advantage and get shield advantage. So that's very good for us. We can now align our Wigglytuff to this Vigoroth, and we can hope that whatever they have in the back is weak to Diggersby. So we're going to go ahead and shield up the Body Slam here. Body Slam would deal quite a bit of damage, to be honest, and we want to make sure that we're able to take out this Vigoroth. Going to actually shield again. I don't know what's in the back, but it's possible that this Wigglytuff will have some play. Really, if it's Altaria in the back, then I'm pretty screwed, but it turns out that it's a Sableye, so this is quite good for us. Wigglytuff does have play, but we're going to be able to swap into Diggersby, and Diggersby is double resisting those Shadow Claws, so they're doing basically no damage. And we're going to be able to get to an Earthquake to take out this Sableye pretty easily. The Earthquake might not KO. Diggersby is very bulky, and so it doesn't have a very high attack stat, but we can definitely Mudshot down. So it's probably going to be another foul play. Even if it's a return, we have the Wigglytuff in the back still. Yeah, it's another foul play, and that is a good game, so able to take that match. Alright, looking for the next matchup here. Was having some issues with queue times today. Queue times were a little bit long. Not too surprising, to be honest. I think a lot of people have things to do around this time of year other than battling. I probably should be doing other things too, but Diggersby into Victory Bell. Victory Bell is a huge problem for this team, so I'm just going to go straight for the Fire Punch as quickly as I can and hope that they decide not to shield. That would be absolutely amazing. And in fact, they decide not to shield. That's amazing for us. We can swap into Froslass, get a little bit more Powder Snow damage off, and get that Victory Bell very low. They come in with Alolan Golem, and repeatedly in this matchup, I am CMP tying, and for some reason I keep thinking that Froslass should win CMP. It does not win CMP against Alolan Golem. Alolan Golem is quite attack weighted. We're going to shield up another Rock Blast here because we do have the Avalanche stored. However, I know that I am going to be able to beat them to this next charge move because it's 5 Powder Snows for me, but it's still 3 Volt Switches for them. So I'm going to be 1 turn ahead of them and be able to get the Avalanche here and take them out. To be honest, I probably should have let Froslass go down and come in and farmed with Diggersby because Diggersby is going to have a ton of play against Alolan Golem, but they actually have Alolan Graveler in the back, so Diggersby is an excellent answer to this. Absolutely nothing it does really hurts it. We're going to swap in the Wigglytuff as soon as they bring in the Victory Bell to charm it down. We don't want to take any damage on to Diggersby from those Razor Leafs. They're going to Stone Edge us, but really doesn't matter. We're going to be able to charm down. And Diggersby didn't do a whole lot that fight, but it did land the Fire Punch on the Victory Bell, and that was absolutely essential to winning that. Victory Bell is a nightmare for this team. And we definitely wouldn't have been able to win that game without that. So able to go 4-1 in that set, so pretty happy with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.